Mic on. Where's the music? Ay, ay, ay. Muted. Well, I am out of sorts today. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. All right. No audio. Got you. Okay, we got audio. Where's the music? Where's the music? Well, welcome to the sloppiest intro I've ever done. So today we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We just got the best 3-day close we've ever gotten in the space. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at some of these altcoins to see which altcoins are going to be the best for you to hold for 2021 and 2022. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look here. Tech issues are part of the brand, for sure. Background music. Oh, background music's on. Mic is on. Boom. Oh, yeah. I was having a lot of conversations today, some daily, meetings and stuff, and we let them go a little long, so I was not prepared to stream at all. Time change, disruption of flow. You guys don't care. Let's talk about the charts. So let's take a look here. Oh, thank you. Yeah. See, I didn't even have time to put my hat on. Didn't even have time. Where is my hat? Where is my hat? Ah, fuck it. No hat. All right. So we just got a fantastic daily close on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that. This just had to poke its head above. We had a target at around $67,080 for the local high. We just closed beautifully above that. And this is the largest 3-day close that we have ever had. We're in a bull market, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to get excited. Doesn't mean that we can't have some volatility moving through this, but if you're waiting for confirmations, here's your confirmation. It doesn't get any firm. It doesn't get any more firm than that. We're looking really, really good in the market as a whole. Let's take a look at total market cap. We all got that green glow. Okay, let's move this to logarithmic. And we are just hugging the underside of this regression. This is kind of looking as though we could break out. Now, there is a possibility of a test, although it's looking less and less likely as a possibility that we would come back down and test that general area right in this range down here. The more probable outcome is that we get a breakout and we start to see some real price appreciation inside of the space overall. If we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, BTC.D, okay, it's pumped. So, we're coming up against this resistance area right here. We'll probably turn around and altcoin season will be back on, but we're still seeing a lot of strength in a lot of the altcoins. So, if the space is looking good. The space overall is looking really, really good. Sorry, I feel very ill prepared today, so apologies for the sloppiness, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at some of these more popular assets. Let's take a look at Cardano here. Cardano got a nice move. So, I was saying we have to hold that $2 level. We have to, if we really need to hold it as support, because falling below this level would be really, really bad from a structural point of view of Cardano. So it looks as though we're getting a nice reaction. Sorry, not a reaction, a rally off of this level. No significant resistance break has occurred just yet. How am I doing as far as the stream quality? Am I dropping frames? How am I looking? I had to reduce the quality a little bit just because my internet's a little shaky where I'm at right now. So I had to adjust some of the settings. So we do need to get above this level right here before we can start really repairing the trend on Cardano. If you're holding Cardano, I don't know what you're doing. You probably don't understand DeFi enough, but it is what it is. It's a popular coin and we'll take a look at it. Let's catch up with the chat. Love the cartoon Tailspin. Yeah, got to check out the Jungle Book. No hat, I know. Claro como el agua gro. Muy bien, muy bien. I look good without a hat. Well, thank you. I usually hide it because it's easier. Do we care? Do we care about what? No music. Do we care? Nah. No hat, no play. Quality is fine. It's good. How's it going, everybody? You're one of the most consistent in the crypto space, so no stress. Oh, thank you very much. Alts, Chimp O. Chimp O's got a first time chat from Chimp 00000. What does BTC all time high have in store for ACTA? ACTA is not a, is that a ticker? ACTA. I don't know what ACTA means. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. All right, so back to the main event here. So Solana looking good. The whole market's looking good overall. We just keep ticking to the upside. There is, you know, I still kind of have some bids down here in my buy zone on Solana, just in case we do decide to wick down. But the strength of the market overall is really quite good, so I'm not holding my breath for that to kind of occur. Most of my portfolio is kind of, you know, set at this point. I've got a lot of, you know, positions in different areas, so I'm just maintaining those for the duration of the run, which I think could be shorter than most people think, but you know, we also have to entertain the idea that it could last as well. Let's take a look at Polkadot. Polkadot's looking really, really good. I like this consolidation, this kind of bull flag that's occurring right over the previous all-time high. So we're just consolidating in this range between $55 and $50. It's a really tight psychological range, and I think that a bull flag will probably break bullish to the upside. So if you are a Polkadot holder, I anticipate that you have some gains ahead. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP is just poking its head above the resistance here. So you can see kind of this inverse head and shoulders type consolidation that's just poked its head above. Volume isn't super crazy, but the RSI is building in the appropriate spot. So it's just breaking above the 60 line. It's looking good. Momentum is increasing. I want to see the volume pick up because right now the volume overall is declining. So we do need to see some volume come in on XRP, at least here on the Bitstamp chart. It could be higher in other places. Let's take a look at everybody's favorite shitcoin, Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu consolidating underneath resistance, both the liquidity zone for shorts. It needs to get above that, so it's got to get above 6,000 shibs before we want to pay attention to it. And you know, it's got to break this downward sloping line of resistance. If it's unable to do so, we'll see you down here at around 3,000 shibs. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not my favorite coin, but it does pump. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. AVAX is killing it. Let's take a look at Avalanche. Avalanche looking pretty good. Let's get it on the daily. Yeah, we're ticking to the upside. It's looking really good on Avalanche. We're up at $100 right now, basically. I mean, like 91 bucks. Considering where we came from, I think the original breakout area was down here at around 22 bucks. Yeah, no, it's looking really, really good for Avalanche. Multiple gains on that. And Avalanche is a really good protocol that's building a lot to kind of emulate what's going on with Ethereum. So they're really taking a financial approach. You know, other side chains, other blockchains, they kind of are purpose built for either the NFT market or with gaming protocols, stuff like that, but they're not really focused on high security, whereas Avalanche is a little bit more focused on high security. That's why its fees are a little bit higher than other side chains. But it doesn't have the length of time where the protocol has existed compared to something like Ethereum. So it's basically a cheaper Ethereum at this point in terms of security and where they're trying to integrate with other protocols in DeFi. But yeah, let's take... What do I think about Bake? I'm not a big fan of the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem as a whole because it's a band-aid. It's not here for the long term. It's here for a good time, not a long time. So, you know, a lot of the big players, a lot of the big money, they're not going to be investing in anything inside of the Binance ecosystem. It's really fraught with scammers in that chain as well. But Bake, you know, let's take a look at what Bake is doing. I mean, you know, scams pump. Bake is in a pretty nice accumulation zone right now. We're not showing any strength. We're not showing any volume come through, but we have a very clearly defined area of resistance. I like when the resistance is very, very obvious. And if you can see a break above this resistance, which in the current market conditions, you would expect to see some sort of break here on Bake, but obviously there's not enough incentive for buyers to want to buy this. It would mark the beginning of a change of trend, because as you can see right here, we have a low. Let me grab my pen tool. We've got a low, we've got a higher low, and then if we broke through this and consolidated on top, we would then get another higher low as well. So it's headed in the right direction, but you know, it would be a quick flip, and I would be trying to analyze the profile as far as what is the demand. Why do people need to buy Bake? What is the purpose of buying Bake? What does Bake do? And at what point is the protocol going to force users to purchase Bake? Those are the types of questions you need to ask. I tune in 5 seconds and we go Shiba. I don't know. I chart what people are interested in getting my opinion on. Thoughts on Anchor and TRX. TRX is kind of a sleeper. You know, a lot of people have forgotten about Tron, but Tron has actually really good throughput. Let's take a look at TRX. Okay, so this is looking really good, actually. Nice long-term accumulation with an upwards trajectory here. There's kind of a, let's draw a trading range around this. We're kind of looking at this general area for a breakout. So if we can get a break above this, which would take out this high, then that would be a pretty solid confirmation. But honestly, the price behavior is very tight. We have a really tight spread here in the behavior of the price, and we're coiling up to resolve, and the probability would be to the upside. This looks like it's going to break bullish, tightening of the spread, decline in the volume as the RSI continues to climb. It's looking like we're getting ready for a little bit of a breakout here. I don't know what that would I don't know what would contribute to the breakout because I'm not really paying attention to the Tron ecosystem very much, but it's looking like it's coiling up and setting up for an upside move. And Anchor, now I don't know a lot of the fundamentals of Anchor. Let's take a look at Anchor. Thoughts on Sushi? Love it. Market doesn't care. So what does Anchor do? The number one question you should always approach any crypto, usually, I mean, we're getting to that point now where you can just buy based on pure speculation, but you want to ask, at what point does the protocol force your hand? When do you have to buy the coin? Why are they forcing you to buy the coin? How are they forcing you to buy the coin? Because a lot of protocols don't. They're just, hey, we have a coin, buy it. And that's not really enough for me. So, and it's not enough for most. If you want a clear price appreciation, you need demand. You need there to be a purpose for the individuals to buy the asset. And yes, price going up is a form of demand. It's just short-lived. Anchor is an ETH2 staking solution. So it allows you to stake on Ethereum 2.0. So again, why do you need the Anchor token? What does the Anchor token do? As far as I can see, absolutely fucking nothing. So, I mean, you can trade it based on the speculation, but just understand that, you know, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't have an intrinsic value attached to it, but speculation is speculation, so you can make money on that. Would you take a look at BAL? I have a position at 26.9. Sure, let's take a look at Balancer. Balancer is a great protocol. Not super utilized. Not a ton of people actually use the protocol these days. Most liquidity, everybody's kind of accepted the fact that if you're going to provide liquidity, it's going to be a 50-50 stake. But it's headed up in the right direction. See, Balancer is an interesting one because, again, you go back to this question where you're not required to buy Balancer to use Balancer. What Balancer is it's a reward. It's a reward for those who are providing liquidity to the protocol. So if I have, you know, if I have $100,000 worth of DAI and I put $100,000 worth of DAI into into Balancer, I'm going to receive Balancer tokens as a reward. It's a way to incentivize the farming that I'm doing. It's a way to incentivize providing liquidity to a protocol. And it's kind of, you know, there's a ton of sell pressure because people, even when they're liquidity mining, they don't really care about the protocol. They don't really care to receive a governance token, but they're given these governance tokens for free. And because they're given a large amount of governance for free, they just sell it. They sell it to the market, or they sell it to turn it into more of the asset that they're farming to compound their yield on their farm. So if they're farming DAI, then they're going to take that there's a ton of sell pressure intrinsically baked into the protocol, like Balancer, like Uniswap, like Curve. Curve is really bad for this because they have tons of protocols and tons of pools where they're providing these Curve tokens. All of these protocols that are meant for governance and are being given as a reward, there's a ton of sell pressure attached to it, is basically what it all boils down to. But we're looking good. We're heading up into the right direction. Like I said, most of the market is looking good. If we attach a trading range to this, we kind of dipped a good amount below here, and we've been struggling to get above. Like I said, there's just a ton of sell pressure in a protocol like this. But if we can continue to tick to the upside here in the short term, it's looking good. You've got basically this upward sloping line of support that will probably carry us through to get a backup. And once you get that backup, we'll probably head into a markup period for Balancer. So Balancer is looking good. Thoughts on Band and BNB? I've kind of given up on Band. I just don't think the space needs so many oracles, honestly. Link's doing a really good job, and people aren't making money on Link. If Link starts pumping, Band will start pumping. But overall, I think Band's kind of useless. It just doesn't have the network effect that Link already has. Link's doing a really, really good job of providing real world. You know, I'm not required to buy Chainlink. I'm not a developer. I'm not plugging in APIs with real world data. I don't really need. This is a level. We move that up a little bit. You know, get a solid break above this level. So 870, but this is a tight consolidation. This is like a bull flag, basically. Reaccumulation after decline. It's ready to move to the upside. It's looking good. You know, pick an asset. It's ready to go. Everything looks good right now. The market is healthy. Did it just cut out? Did my stream cut out? Yeah, it's probably the computer. There are Spalding. I'm pushing it too hard. I need to get a new computer, which is bullshit because I got the new M1 Mac. The new M1 Mac is bullshit. Probably because it doesn't have its own dedicated GPU. So all of the processing power of TradingView, you know, my Discord, the chats, the stream, it's all going through the CPU. And I just don't think that anything is built to be able to handle that. So I thought it was the internet, but I know I have a shittier connection here than I did in Bali. It is what it is. I'm working on it. We will have a steady stream one day. So yeah, basically how I would handle this on the Bitcoin pair is if you are in the group and you have access to the Alpha Numerics indicator, I would just be looking for this bullish cross. We just crossed tongue-tied today. We just crossed bearish on the indicator, so there's no urgency to get into the trade right now. We would want to see the momentum come back up. We're on a reaction right now. It's not, you know, doesn't mean it's moving on the dollar pair. It just means that Bitcoin is pumping. So it's looking decent. This will probably maybe even come down to test 15,000 Satoshis before moving again to the upside. The market's bullish. Sushi's undervalued from a fundamental standpoint. But, you know, the fundamentals and technicals don't always line up. Let's see what else we got in the chat here. Get too wrapped up zooming down instead of when I'm ready to throw down. Can you take a look at Ren? Yep. New computer equals next cycle. Oh, thank you. I like the candles. All right. Have you looked at Wonderland Time yet? So I'm going to address this right now. There is a bubble brewing. And the bubble is DAOs. Decentralized autonomous organizations. Projects like Olympus DAO, projects like Clima DAO, and projects like Wonderland Time are really, really interesting concepts to how to solve some of the issues that exist inside of DeFi when trying to be a market maker. Now, Wonderland, I think, is kind of a game theory thing, and I think, you know, I haven't looked into what Wonderland is doing with their treasury. Let's actually just quickly take a look at Wonderland here. But Olympus DAO is blowing my fucking mind. With the possibilities that they can do with their treasury. Because the system we have in place right now is actually quite parasitic in the sense that, you know, liquidity providers can come and go at will. So how do you as a business operate and plan for the future if, you know, your purchasing power and your ability to contribute to different networks as a market maker is constantly under threat of leaving? You know, if the liquidity providers unstake and leave, well, now you're a protocol without liquidity. So the concept of a DAO where they own the liquidity is really profound and opens up a lot of doors to what you can do with DeFi and how you can organize a DAO to receive a yield in a responsible way as a community, as a collective, and do really important things in regards to making markets. So let's take a look at the documentation. I feel like this is kind of a little, I don't know, hypey. What's the point of it's to policy controlled currency system, so similar to Olympus DAO. Basically, you know, I'm not going to get all fundamental on this one right now. I think what you should do is go into the Discord, go into the Wonderland Discord, and see what they're doing with the proposals. because Olympus is popping up everywhere. Olympus is a really good market maker. They are providing liquidity on SushiSwap. They are contributing to the token mock reactors. They're fucking everywhere. Like Olympus DAO is showing up everywhere. They're becoming a strong force in the DeFi ecosystem as a whole. And the whole concept of protocol-owned liquidity is really, really exciting to me. So time, sure, do your own research, figure out if they are being responsible with the treasury and how they are making profits with their treasury, because that's what you want. You want the DAO to make money for you. If they're just playing on the whole game theory thing, 3,3, you stake, you buy, you stake, we all win. If that's all they're focused on, I would be kind of worried. With Olympus DAO, they're a really responsible DAO that's making really cool decisions to direct liquidity at profitable opportunities so that they can make money with the treasury so that your stakes can go up. What about BTC? We kick off every show taking a look at BTC. Sorry, just catching up with the chat here. Okay, so does that thesis apply to Sushi? Coin has use? Yeah, Sushi does have use, because what you can do with Sushi is you can stake Sushi and receive X Sushi. And what X Sushi does is it's a way for the protocol to distinguish who is staking. When you stake, you're showing the protocol that you believe in the protocol. So by staking your Sushi, you're going to be issued X Sushi, and the X Sushi is how you receive rewards to your wallet in the form of Sushi tokens. So anytime there is a trade that happens on the exchange, anytime there is an NFT sold on the Miso launchpad, or coming soon, the 2.5% share of profits inside of the Show You NFT metaverse, all of those rewards will not be issued to Sushi holders. They're going to be issued to X Sushi holders. So it's a proof of stake kind of model where you can prove that you are committed to that protocol. And there's demand because you can receive a yield without having to provide liquidity. When you provide liquidity, you have to have a split. You have to wrap half your position with Ethereum and maybe do DAI and then post the liquidity and get Sushi. With this, you can just get Sushi by staking Sushi. That was way too many times that I said Sushi. So it is different. It's not just a pure governance token, but the Sushi rewards do have a sell pressure to them. Like, as people are receiving that reward, they're going to sell it. However, when you're staking Sushi to receive a Sushi reward, you're intrinsically going to be more dedicated to the protocol than staking DAI and receiving Sushi. So there's a little bit of different psychology that goes along with what's going on with the staking rewards for Sushi. What happens to these bears in the next 2 months? They're going to be gone. TLM. How much time do I got? What is TLM? Alien Worlds. Looks primed for a breakout. Basically, you get a break above this level and it's go time. Break above this level at around 35 cents. You get a break above 35 cents. It's off to the races with TLM. Opinion on the FTT token. Really good intrinsic demand. For you to receive any benefits on the FTX exchange protocol, you're going to need to stake FTT tokens. FTT looks like it's ready to take off right now. This is a beautiful backup here. So let's grab my pen tool. You know, we had our rally, right, to our buyer's climax right here. got down to our automatic reaction where we got into a consolidation range. That was able to break out above the range and hold on top of it as support. The next level to break out is going to be this level right here at approximately 65, we'll call it 66. Get a clean break above 66, and it's likely that we're going to try and head for the all-time high, which is at about 85. Once we get above that, you know, where would be the next logical target? Let's take a look. The next logical target would be probably a 100% extension. So you'd be looking at about $150 to $200 for an extension target on FTT. Bull market, baby, looking good. Right on the precipice of a breakout here, right at the 60 line on the RSI. It's looking good. Yes, I know. Guys, come on. I'm trying to get a better stream. Leave me alone. Let me have my shitty stream. What if I like my shitty stream? What if I like dropping frames and look at... You gotta give me that if I like it. Drop frames. Alchemix is on the edge of a breakout. Thoughts on the chart and its overall competitiveness? Well, actually, Gibbons, what is Alchemix's competitor? This is another interesting one where, you know, the protocol doesn't really, it does incentivize a little bit. You can stake Alchemix. Yeah, it's looking like it wants to go. We had a liquidity zone for those who were looking. Did we hit it? Did we hit it? Look at that. 466.8. Where was the low? The low was 468.2. So any of those who were in VIP, you couldn't have asked for a better setup than that. It looks like we got right into our pocket here. Just tapped right off the top and left. So if you manage to scoop that up, I mean, you're already up, you know, 12%, and we haven't even gotten going yet. So that's looking good for anybody who got in on that trade in VIP. So yeah, it's looking like it wants to go. You know, the confirmation point of a continuation or an extension would be anything above 586. So get that confirmation, we're off to the races. I think that this is one of the most profound and advantageous protocols in the space, but that doesn't mean that Alchemix is a good investment. There's a big difference between the governance token and what the protocol does. Most people don't understand this, so you have the advantage of capitalizing on speculation, but the reality is what Alchemix does is really, really cool, because what you can do is you can take out a line of credit on Alchemix and you can trade with it. And it's liquidation free, so you're able to add margin. You're able to take out leverage on your account with zero risk. If you lose all your money, if you take out a loan on Alchemix and you lose all your money, it's gone. You fucked up completely. You lost everything. You still get your money back. You still get your collateral back. You still get you can't get liquidated. So that's really, really cool. Now, what does that have to do with the governance token? Nothing, other than the fact that I think it's a valuable protocol that will get a lot of attention, and people will want to speculate on how much it costs to have a seat at the board of directors at the DAO for Alchemix. It's headed in the right direction. We've got a really powerful weekly divergence here. So you can see higher lows, lower highs, weekly div, let it play out. We're talking like $2,000 here for Alchemix. Not financial advice. These are just what I see in the chart. It's important to understand that in markets, they can do anything. The sooner, if you're new to crypto and you're watching YouTubers like myself and others who are doing technical analysis, and you're thinking that we have answers and you're thinking that we know 100% the direction, the answer is no. No. That is not how technical analysis works. Technical analysis allows you to place positions with a strategy in favor of a probability. you know, it can turn on you very, very easily. So don't listen to YouTubers that are saying this price exactly by this time. It just doesn't work like that. And it's hard for people to believe me when I say that, because everybody in the space is a fucking charlatan that's going to tell you they know exactly what's going on. But believe me, the long-term game is to understand that these markets are random, mitigate risk, take calculated decisions that are in favor of the trend, and make money over a longer period of time. Liquidated and you get your money back. How does that even work? So it's really interesting. So if you've played with DeFi at all, let's actually take a look, because this is a pretty fun one. Let's go to Alchemix. So let's say we're in the bear market. Let's say I made a bunch of money, right? I made a bunch of money in this bull market, and I've got like $100,000 worth of DAI. So I can then go to plug in $100,000 worth of DAI. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to prepare for the next leg. I'm going to prepare for the next leg up. I'm going to prepare my bear market portfolio so that I can get some price appreciation in the next bull market. I have the option to take out $50,000 against my 100,000 DAI. And what Alchemix does is it takes the $100,000 of DAI and it plugs it into yearn.finance. And what Yearn does is it's going to take it and put it into Curve, where it's going to automate a yield. So it's going to do a daily return on the yield where it's compounding those returns. Those returns then go back to Alchemix, and Alchemix uses the returns to pay down your loan. This is the beauty of not having to pay a banker. This is the beauty of not having to pay an exchange. This is the beauty of peer-to-peer decentralized commerce, is when you take all the people out, all those people take a cut. When you don't have people taking cuts, you get everything. So the protocol just simply pays down your loan for you. In the example here, if DAI maintains an APY of 20%, your loan would automatically pay itself off in May of 2024. Now you can take less out, which will pay it back faster. Let's say, you know, I just huck in $100,000 and I want to receive a yield on Yearn. Don't go to Yearn, go to Alchemix, because now you have a line of credit. And you have a line of credit. It's like, oh, we got a new coin. We're in the bear market. I'm going to huck $5,000 on that. So you just go and crank it up to $5,000. We'll do 5,200. Why not? And that loan will automatically pay itself off by February 11th, 2022. This is really cool. Now, the goal here is to be successful with the funds that you borrow. The goal here is to make good trades that make money so that you can pay the line of credit back and not have the protocol steal your APY. This is how you're still able to receive a yield on your staked stablecoins while maintaining exposure to crypto without liquidations. So you've got margin, no liquidations, and you're accumulating wealth cycle to cycle. It's a really, really cool protocol. You can borrow half of the value in DAI. And if you have a lot of ETH, you can borrow 25% of the value in ETH. So if you want even more exposure to crypto, you could stake 50 ETH and you can borrow 12.5 ETH to go and make decisions in the other markets. And that will naturally pay itself off. The yield is much lower on ETH, but it will naturally pay itself off by the year 2026. So pretty cool stuff, pretty cool stuff. I want to make money, but I only want to use Heikin-Ashi candles. The candle that you choose to use is pretty irrelevant. You know, the choice of candle that you make is not going to help you make money or not make money. These are all just tools for you to help you analyze a trend. You know, if you're really macro, honestly, a line chart is all you need. You just need to see the direction of the trend based on the line chart. If you're wanting, you know, the daily time frames, it's helpful for me at least to have the wicks. And I know plenty of people who trade with the Heikin-Ashi candles. You're going to develop your own style. You're going to use your own tools, and they're going to help you, you know, make investment decisions. But nothing here is some magical tool that's going to, you know, help you crack the code of interpreting the market behavior. It's all, there's always risk attached. Unless you use Alchemix, then there's no risk. How much time do I got? went on an Alchemix tangent here. Put it all into Hex. Yeah, that's what you want to do if you want to lose all your money. Hex is a fucking scam. I never will endorse Hex on this channel. If you're holding Hex, go do some more research, because Hex is a fucking scam and Richard Hart is a fucking evil genius. Take another look, my friend. Hex is no joke. If you like Hex, honestly, honest to God, go look at Olympus DAO. Because what Olympus DAO is doing is it's capitalizing on the greed of humans to build a treasury. It's fucking brilliant. Like, Olympus DAO is taking the same game theory mechanics and the same pumponomics, as they call it in the Hex community, to just create nothing. Nothing but a Ponzi scheme. The interest is based on nothing. Hex is backed by nothing. It's not doing anything. But it is game theory. As long as people buy Hex and stake Hex, everything will be fine. As long as they buy and they stake, everybody makes money. But eventually, you make multimillionaires that unstake and sell. And they dump the shit out of the fucking protocol. Whereas with Olympus DAO, they take that same game theory model, they take that same psychological greed of humans, and they use it to build a treasury. And then they take the treasury and they go and make smart investments to build the treasury further, which further incentivizes the growth and staking of Ohm. Game theory is important. I think that it's a cool thing. And I think that Richard Hart was on the right path with understanding human psychology and greed. But where he fucked up is not doing anything with it. He didn't do anything with the liquidity. He didn't do anything. He didn't build a DAO. He didn't build a treasury. So his entire protocol is built on game theory alone, which works until it doesn't. I am absolutely saying that Richard Hart is deliberately scamming investors, and he's doing so in a way that will hold no legal liability to him, so he's going to get away with it. He's going to get away with it. He's going to get away with it because it's a fucking line of code on the internet. He's disassociated himself so far from that protocol. He's going to get away with it because the whole thing will collapse and it'll be nobody's fault but the community. So the community dumped it. He's not going to dump it. He's not going to pull the rug. He's just created a protocol that's not sustainable. And he knows that. And he's fucking buying shit. He's buying watches. He's buying cars. He's buying real estate. He's not holding. He knows what's coming. Don't even get me started on Pulse Chain. I thought BTC would be pumping after it just having a new all-time high. BTC is doing just fine. I actually got to get out of here, guys. I got the virtual classroom any moment. But let's quickly take a look. Man, why am I so bad at honoring your requests, Roswell? Let's take a look at VeChain real quick. Even though you could hit me up in the virtual classroom. VeChain's looking good, my friend. I think we were talking about this last stream. I said you get a break above here. This is a sign of strength. VeChain's getting ready. VeChain is getting ready. VeChain's getting ready to go. It's going to move. It's going to go up. People fucking love them. Some VeChain. It's not the coin for me. It's not my favorite protocol. But people like VeChain. There's a lot of hype with VeChain and it's looking good. It's looking good. It's ticking up in the right direction. We got solid confirmations across the board. Everything's looking good. Pick your portfolio and establish your portfolio for gains. Don't jump around. Do not jump around. If you're new to crypto, you're going to see a lot of flashing lights and you're going to see a lot of exciting things that are going to pull you in one direction, convince you to sell a good position to go over there, and then that'll pump and you'll miss it and you'll buy over here and then this one pumps and you'll jump back. Don't do that. Pick your positions, diversify your portfolio to a few key sectors, and let it grow, because this next stage of the bull market is going to be really, really volatile. It's going to be very exciting. And if you don't play it right and you play it too greedy, you're going to lose. You have to play this more conservative because the gains will come. This is going to be a very important leg of the market cycle, and greed will be your worst enemy. Just be calm, cool, collective, understand the protocols, understand the demand, and let the market give. That's it. That's all the time I got for today. If you guys enjoy this program, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Sorry for the clumsy beginning here, but yeah, enjoy yourself, trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.